Today on the show, it has been 20 years since the iconic boy band NSYNC created new music. NSYNC was one of the bands that started the hype of this style of music, which is still popular today. What could have brought them back together after so long? Not sure you want to know.
I'm a nerd, and I'm pretty proud of it.
Nerds today have no idea how good they have it.
Let the nerds take over!
Rise and shine, nerds. Grab your coffee, wipe the sleep from your eyes, and turn up the volume as we help kick off your day with Love Thy Nerd's official morning show here on YouTube and LTN Radio. I'm Radio Matt. I'm the Director of Content and Resources for Love Thy Nerd.
And I'm Deidre, and this is my real hair.
Thank you for making us your daily stop for the latest in nerdy news. Now, Monday through Friday, let's get to our top story. The hair joke is about this story. I mean, they're all about this story, but I mean, you'll understand when I read the title. NSYNC reunites for a new song called Better Place for Trolls, the third movie.
Okay.
This comes from Nerdist.com.
Do they all wear troll hair?
Yeah, I mean they're all playing trolls of some sort. Actually, I don't know if they're all in it or not, but Justin Timberlake's in it. But they do reunite. You can actually hear the whole song, I think, on YouTube now. The song's called Better Place, but it premiered partially in the Trolls Band Together trailer. Let me read the story, and I'll get to why I wanted to talk about this. So the first thing you hear in the trailer is a classic NSYNC song.
Okay.
You're all I ever wanted, all I ever needed. So tell me what to do now when I want you
I don't know the
back.
song.
Come on, you know the song.
I don't know
Back.
what you're
Want
singing.
you back. If you're under the age of 30, you probably don't get the reference. But if you do, you are totally an NSYNC fan. The famous 90s boy band sang those very words in their smash debut single, I Want You Back, quickly making millennial girls swoon. Swoon. They released their last album, Celebrity, in 2001, and since then have been, we've been wanting them back over 2 decades. 2 decades later, NSYNC are reuniting for a new song in a seemingly unorthodox way for a Trolls movie.
Okay.
Gross.
Have you even seen
No.
any of the movies?
And I don't need to. Yes, it seems a bit strange for those who aren't familiar with this universe. The Trolls films follow Poppy, voiced by Anna Kendrick, a pink-hued, upbeat troll who eventually becomes the queen of the trolls. The trolls are carefree and love to sing and dance all the time. She eventually falls in love with Branch, who hates all things joy until he forms a friendship and later romance with Poppy. NSYNC member Justin Timberlake not only voices Branch in the Trolls franchise, but he also wrote the Academy Award-winning theme song for the original 2016 movie, Can't Stop the Feeling. That's the name of the song, not the movie. So it makes sense that Trolls Band Together would be an avenue for an NSYNC reunion song. In fact, it seems that Branch's life will somewhat mirror Justin Timberlake's based on what we see in the Trolls Band Together trailer. Branch is a former member of a huge boy band made of his brothers. He will apparently save one of them from a kidnapping before they have a surely happy reunion. We only hear a snippet of NSYNC's new song in the trailer, but it sounds upbeat and fun. Again, you can now find the whole song on YouTube.
Wow.
All right. So, I'll admit, I'm not a fan of the Trolls movies. Not necessarily because I've seen them and don't like them, but because they've always looked stupid to me in the trailers, and I have no interest in seeing them. Seems like a lot of fart humor. These also don't look like the Trolls of my childhood, the toys.
You want them to?
I don't necessarily need them to be naked, but I would like them to kind of look like them other than just the hair. There was also, which I don't think they've made reference to, and I'm kind of mad about it. There were Trolls dolls for boys
Okay.
when I was a kid, and I had some of them. But they weren't tiny little trolls.
Okay.
They were giant muscular trolls that had like gemstones in their chest. And it was some magical story of them being regular trolls. And then these gemstones made them superhero type things. And those gemstones like sparked when you moved their arm or whatever. Like they were dope. Dope action figures.
I bet they're in the movie.
How have they not been in the movie?
I bet they are.
But anyway, Justin Timberlake has been a character in all three of these movies. So it does kind of make sense to use this as an opportunity to bring them back together. Joshua Sandifer says, I won't lie, those troll dolls freaked me out as a kid. And then he had a mental breakdown. I think it was the eyes. There we go. I think it is the I think it was the eyes.
He obviously thought his fingers were somewhere else on the keyboard there.
But it feels like, really? This
is why
the
you
reason?
come back.
This is what brought you back together? A semi-popular children's movie, and not even like the main movie, the second sequel of the series. This isn't the first time, of course, that big names make good music for movies. Power of Love, Back in Time, both of those made for the Back to the Future franchise.
Okay.
Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. Titanic, it's an iconic song.
Yep.
But those were paired with amazing cultural stopping point kind of movies.
Again, he's never seen Trolls. He might be their biggest fan.
This
and he just doesn't know it yet.
iconic moment is at risk of being forgotten or being tied to a subpar sequel to a children's series.
Aw.
That's what I'm worried about. Tristan Birch says, I didn't even know there was a Trolls 2.
See, now I gotta watch him.
Right. However, the opposite could happen. Could this reunion be strong enough to actually make the third Trolls movie a huge success? All the millennial parents going like, all right, well, now we got to see this movie.
Now we have to see it.
Right? I might sound like I'm making a bigger deal out of this than it really is.
And you are.
But I see this as a case study. Okay. Does the movie make the song or does the song make the movie?
Oh, okay. All right.
If Back to the Future or Titanic were garbage movies, would we still love their signature songs? I posit we would not even know they existed.
Because no one watched the movie.
Because nobody watched the movie. How is it going to get that popularity if it's
What
key
we need
vehicle?
to do is go back to all the garbage movies that have been made in the past and listen to their soundtrack.
I'm sure there's a list somewhere of like every song that was made for a movie.
Yeah.
Specifically.
And do
we
you
could
know
pull
it?
out the garbage ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I do have a confession.
Yeah.
I was never into either of the boy bands that existed.
Either? Did you just say either?
Either.
Like there was only two?
No, I'm talking about the two big ones, the NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. Yeah.
98 Degrees would like to have a word with you.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know who that is.
Plus one will not be denied.
Okay. Come on. The two big ones.
98 Degrees was big. Plus one was not so big. But
Apparently
yes, Backstreet
Matthew
Boys and
was
NSYNC
more
were
into
the
them
two
than me.
most popular ones. I'll agree with you. You know what? I liked a lot of their
Anyway. Never got into any of it.
I
also didn't get into Britney Spears.
I don't think I would have admitted that
listened
back then, but I was pretty heavily.
To Amy Grant.
I
was little.
I didn't like buy any of their music, but I knew a lot of it.
I bet he did.
My parents worked in radio, and we had a top 40 radio station, so I was hearing those songs all the time.
Yeah, I guess so. My parents were like, no, we're going to listen to Carmen
and 80s Amy Grant. Amy Grant
DC
before
Talk,
she became non-Christian,
like old DC
secular
Talk.
radio. Old DC Talk.
Yeah.
Old rap DC Talk.
I love rap music.
Heaven bound, heaven bound, heaven bound.
My boy band was POD, says Tristan.
Heck yeah.
We saw POD, right?
Did we see POD?
I feel like it. I feel like we went and saw POD.
feel like it.
Because I have their shirt. I probably don't anymore. I had a POD shirt.
You had the satellite shirt. I don't think we ever got to see them.
No? Was that one that we were going to go to and it got canceled?
No, that was Newsboys.
Oh.
Pillar came here, though. I remember we saw Pillar here
Maybe
at
that's
the
what I'm
180 building. No, what happened? I think I remember how we got the shirt. It wasn't that POD came here, but it was the week that their album came out. The big radio station that used to be in Albuquerque, that used to like go to the whole state, came down and did like a big remote in our city. Like, and they were at our school during the school day, giving out stickers and other like merch and stuff. And I'm pretty sure that's where we got it. That album came out on September 11th.
Dang.
Yeah. And so it kind of got tied to September 11th for a while. And that was the album with Boom and Youth of the Nation and Alive on it.
Okay.
So all those songs kind of got tied to that moment in history. It was a big deal. But anyway, that's the news story. Let's move on to other news. Deidre, it's just another one of these.
What?
Microsoft publishes garbled AI article calling tragically deceased NBA player useless.
Oh my gosh.
This comes from futurism.com. Former NBA player Brandon Hunter passed away unexpectedly at the young age of 42 last week. A tragedy that rattled fans of his 2000s career with the Boston Celtics and the Orlando Magic. But in an unhinged twist on what was otherwise a somber news story, Microsoft's MSN News portal published a garbled, seemingly AI-generated article that derided Hunter as useless in its headline. Brandon Hunter, useless at 42.
Oh my gosh. On the headline.
The headline, which was quickly called out on social media. The rest of the brief report is even more incomprehensible, informing readers that Hunter handed away after achieving vital success as a head for the Bobcats and performed in 67 video games. Condemnation for the disrespectful article was swift and forceful. AI should not be writing obituaries, posted one reader. Pay your dang writers, MSN. The most dystopian part of this is that AI, which replaces us, will be as obtuse and stupid as this translation, wrote a Redditor. But for the money men, it's enough. Guys.
Wow.
I mean, there is no current confirmation that this was written by AI. But come on. It had to be.
Human would not have.
It was that or someone actively in the middle of a stroke. I mean, what else could it be?
Or someone wanting to be fired.
Someone wanting to be fired. There are some things AI should just not write. And there needs to always be a human editor paying attention to these things.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell you this was a human, just like last time with the other, I think it was MSNBC or something like that. Yeah, it was human error. Sure it was. I mean, yeah, there was human error involved, but that's not where it started, and we all know that. It started with you using AI to write your article.
Wow.
Come on, folks. Come on. Wow. That wraps up today's news. We're going to take a quick break.
But when we come back, Matt has something to get off his chest.
And we'll share Today in Nerd History. Stick around.
Edge of my seat, I'm on that cliffhanger. It's on the tip of my tongue and I can taste the answer. Heart beating out of my chest. Ready, get set on your mark. What's gonna happen next? This right here's my favorite part. This right here's my favorite part. My favorite part. This right here's my favorite part. Yeah.
Welcome back to Rise and Shine Nerds, LTN's official morning show here on YouTube and LTN Radio.
For this next segment, Matt is taking the reins with something to get off his chest.
All right. So look, guys.
What?
This technically could have been in the news segment, but I'm mainly just wanting to gripe about it. I smell another Wendy's chili finger story.
Oh, no.
Okay.
What? That's gross.
A few weeks ago, a family in Ohio made the claim that they found pennies inside their McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Okay.
Okay? Now, they were in the news saying that the nuggets looked normal, but when they broke it open, they found a penny inside. And they called the police and got an investigation going. And everybody that I found online, even websites that are typically more like skeptical of things, is like, this seems believable. Everyone's believing this as like it seems possible. Yes, in Ohio, Sacred Kid 93.
I'm in Ohio.
I'm calling shenanigans. I don't see how this could possibly, sorry, scared cow, not sacred. Scared, I could see. And I said, did I say cow too? I might have said sacred cow. Scared Kid 93, that's your name. I don't see how this could have possibly happened. First of all, the chicken used in the nuggets is like shredded and pulverized and extruded and formed into a shape and then battered and fried and flash frozen. At no point in this process could a solid penny even make it through the meat grinding process. This penny was stuck deep in the meat. That's not possible. It couldn't happen on the line because it's highly automated, organized, and scrutinized. You wouldn't be able to shove a penny in the uncooked meat anyway without destroying the shape of the nugget before it's frozen. It couldn't happen at the store at McDonald's because, one, they're frozen before they're cooked, and two, you would have to have broken them apart to stick the penny in after they're cooked and then somehow fix it. And what purpose would anyone have to shove pennies in a nugget anyway? What possible motive? But the biggest red flag is that they found this because they broke open a nugget.
Yeah, who does that?
Not bit into it. They picked up a nugget to eat it, saw nothing wrong with it to their own admission, and broke it open to find a penny. The interview was clear that they had no idea it was in there until they broke it open. What kind of psychopath eats their nuggets by breaking them in half first? I'm even skeptical that they would take a bite out of it. Most people pop them whole in their mouth. They broke it open. And I've seen the photos. It's not a bite. It really is that they ripped them apart. You can see how they used their thumb and broke it in half. Like, I don't think that this family's trying to sue to get money because it doesn't look like that's what they're going to do. They might have the hope that McDonald's is going to pay them money anyway. This happened at a family game night. I honestly think it's one of the kids or teenagers of the family who thought it would be funny. To say, hey, Mom, look, I found a penny in the thing. And then it got out of hand.
That's what I was going to ask. Who broke open the penny?
It was a kid. It was a kid's nugget. And I think it might have gotten out of hand too much to where they're like, if I come clean, I'm going to get in trouble now.
Yeah, exactly. Because like, this was supposed to be a prank on Mom. And oh my gosh, she called the police now, and I'm going to be in so much trouble. So I better just stick with the story I made.
It sounds exactly like the kind of stupid joke I would do when I was a teenager to freak my mom out.
Yeah. How old was the kid? Because
I don't know. Doesn't say.
Our kids are getting into pranking.
And little kids' pranks are stupid.
Yeah. And now they watch these stupid YouTubers that prank.
Gosh.
And so
They're all really
to.
loud. What's going on, guys? Why are we screaming all the time?
He said after yelling about Wendy's, after McDonald's pennies. Yeah.
Oh, man. Anyway, that's my whole thing.
I have a question.
Yeah. Thank you for those tier 1 subs. Scared Kid 93. 5 of them. You're awesome.
Did they donate the penny to Ronald McDonald House? Because I feel like they need to.
I mean, hey, I would say in this economy, that's a good discount. You got 3 cents off. You found 3 pennies, you get 3 cents off.
They found 3?
Yeah.
In each nugget?
I think it was 1 in 3 nuggets. It might have been 3 in 1 nugget. I don't know. But they found 3 pennies overall. And that if it's in separate nuggets.
So suspicious.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on. Wow.
I didn't include that because there was some confusion on whether it was 3 pennies in 1 nugget or 3 separate pennies and 3 separate nuggets. But either way, I've seen it both ways in 2 different stories.
Wow.
That's where we're at. This is the world we're living in. Chili finger pointer. At least nobody had to lose a finger to make this happen. Right? Ugh. Still remember that. Still remember when that happened and everyone's like, oh my gosh, Chili's butchered a man.
I remember
ground him into chili.
Thumb being found in a soda can, too.
Thumb in a soda can? You had a mouse in a soup can? I'm pretty sure all of these were faked. Oh, now to wrap up the show, it's time for Today in Nerd History.
Today in Nerd History.
Today's date is September 21st.
In 1937, The Hobbit was first published. This fantasy novel by J.R.R. Tolkien tells the story of Bilbo Baggins, a hobbit who joins a group of dwarves and a wizard on a quest to reclaim their treasure from a dragon named Smaug. In 1970, the Cleveland Browns defeated the New York Jets 31-21 in front of a national audience in the inaugural Monday Night Football game that featured the legendary trio of Keith Jackson, Don Meredith, and Howard Cosell in the broadcast booth. In 2004, Monster Hunter released in the US. In this game, you play as a hunter who takes on quests to slay and capture various monsters, using weapons, armor, and items made from their materials on the PlayStation 2, spawning a very popular series from Capcom.
Find out more nerdy facts about today's entries at lovethynerd.com/nerdhistory.
We hope you had a fantastic day, and we thank you for making Rise and Shine Nerds a part of it. Catch us every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern on YouTube or 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on LTN Radio.
You can also subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast app or through the Love Thy Nerd YouTube channel so you can catch up on any episodes you missed.
And tell us what you think of the show via our socials at Rise and Shine LTN on Facebook and Twitter. Tomorrow is a special episode where I'll be interviewing Manny Montanez from Quiet Mountain Apparel about making nerdy Christian clothing. So don't miss it. Once again, I'm Radio Matt.
I'm Deidre.
And as always, a reminder,
Jesus loves you, nerds.